Somebody send me. Okay, start. Maunavyakhya prakatita parabrahmatattvam yuvanam varshishthante vasatrishiganai avrutam brahmanishtai Acharyendram karakalita chinmudramanandarupam Swatma ramam mudita vadanam dakshinamurtimide Vatavitapi samipe bhumi bhage nishannam Sakala munijananam Jnanadataramārād Tribhuvana gurumīṣam Dakshināmurtidevam Janana marana dukkha chedadaksham namāmi Chitram vadatarormūle Vriddhā shishya gururyuva Gurostu maunam vyakhyanam Shishyastu chinna samshayaha Nidhaye sarva vidyanam Bhishaje bhavaroginam Gurave sarva lokanam Dakshinamurtaye namaha Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha-jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murtibheda Vibhagine Vyomavat vyapta dehaya Dakshinamurtaye namaha Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari Tulyam nijandargadam Pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivor bhutam yatha Nidraya Yas sakshat kurute prabhota samaye Swatmanamevadvayam Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Bijasyantarivankuro jagatitam Prang nirvikalpam punaha Maya kalpita desha kala kalana Vaichitra chitrikritam Maya viva vijrambayatya bimaha Yogi vayasvechaya Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmagamasat kalparthakam bhasate Sakshat tattvamasiti vedavachasa Yo bhodayatyashritan Yat sakshat karanat bhavenna Punaravrityar bhavambho nidho Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namayidam श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाच्छिद्रगडोदरस्थितमहा दीपप्रभाभास्वरं ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतः समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ताभृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहा व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशः मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूसुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्वा स्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तःस्फुरन्दं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वाय एष पुरुषः मायापरिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भास्य नलो निलुम्भरमहर्नादो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्येत्तत्पुनरष्टता परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम्. So we are on the 37th verse, right?
Completed 36.
37. So Sarvaphilapavigatah. 37. Sarvaphilapavigatah. Sarvachintasamuddhitah. Suprashantasakritjyotihi. Samadhirachalo bhayah. Ah. All transactions are absent in Turiyam. It was said in the 7th mantra of the Agama Prakarana, Prapancha Upashama. Sarva Abhilapaha Vikataha. The instrument of verbal transaction, that is speech. Vak Indriyam. Now, in this context, it represents all the 10 sense organs. 10 sense organs being mithya, it is as good as not there. So, in Turiya, none of them is present, but without Turiya, none of them work. That is the. We can say while watching movie in the theater, you can say that the screen is free from all characters. But you are seeing them, but they are not really there. Similarly, at Jnani, even while looking at the world, say, Turiyam is free from the world. Vikataha, free from, means mithya. Sarvachinta, the internal organs of thinking, means mind, intellect. Ahankaraha chittam, manobuddhi ahankara chittam. All of them are free, mithya. Turiyam is free from all these. But at the same time, it pervades all of them. Like Akashavat. In Akasha, everything is there, isn't it? All the Milky Way. Milky Way is how far it is. How many light years? Millions of light years. Think about it, the distance. But Akasha is not affected by that. Sarvachinta, Vigadaha, free from. Sarvachinta. Chinta is possible only when he is there. Paramatma is there. Turiya is there. But Bhagavan is free from Chinta. Samuddhitaha, free from. Sarva Chinta Samuddhitaha. Suprashantaha. Prashanta is enough. Shanta is enough. Prashanta is enough. Suprashantaha. Wow. Absolutely tranquil. Shantam Shivam Advaitam. Suprashantaha. It is not absence of Ashanti. That is the idea. What is this Shanti? This Shanti is in spite of Ashanti. That is a beauty. Even if your mind is agitated, worried, anxious, if you have seen Gurudev, then you can understand this. He may be firing somebody because of some mistake he has done. But his face, you look at it, Shantam. No agitation, nothing. Immediately after 2 seconds, it's fine. But otherwise also, the face is smiling. Smilingly he will fire. How is that possible? I don't know. Because he never away from that Paramatma, that's why. Suprashanta, absolutely tranquil. Sakrit Jyotihi, effulgent. Samadhihi, achalaha, motionless. Samahita buddhihi, samadhi. Achalaha, motionless. And abhayaha, source of security, fearless. Abhayaha. Now later on he is going to say Abhaye Bhayadarshinaha. Bhagavan is where there is no bhayam, fear. But people are afraid. Samadhihi, absorption of mind in the self through vichara. Adhishthanam of everything. That is the idea. Samadhi means one is adhishthanam of everything. Rope is the samadhi support for the snake. A mind which has the faculty of absorption, ekagrata. How can you say Turiyam is ekagrata? Concentration. So, Shankaracharya, Turiyam is not concentration, but it is knowable through a mind which has absorption or concentration. That's the idea. So, he has explained that. Otherwise, samadhi and concentration, you cannot translate that way. Samadhi is not concentration. A concentrated mind gets into samadhi. The word samadhanam in Tattvabodha, in this chitta ekagrata, there it is written in Tattvabodha. Absorption is needed for knowing the truth. Means concentrated Vedanta Shravanam. Okay. So, what is Samadhi? Samadhi is at the level of mind, not Paramatma. See the problem? Because Samadhi mein, Samadhi lag gaya mujhe. People bolte hain. There are sannyasis who say, kahan the bhai? Samadhi mein lage the. Where were you? I was in Samadhi. Means what? Mind is absorbed, that's all. Mind is. So Bhagavan, Paramatma, Turiyam, no Samadhi. Then Continuing. Graho na tatra nesargaha notsargaha chinta yatra na vidyate atmasamstham tada jnanam ajati samatangatam graho na tatra notsargaha chinta yatra na vidyate atmasamstham tada jnanam ajati samatam gatam. See the power of Maya. How many times we are told that you are that Paramatma, but still it doesn't hit. The scriptures scream with many verses, but still it doesn't. Is it me? How is that possible? How can the I be that Turiyam? Atmadattam. Now the description of Turiyam started from verse 35. That is continuing. Why did he start the description of Turiyam? Because Atmajnanam, when you say, the word Atma means this Turiyam. Graho na tatra na utsargaha chinta yatra na vidyate. Since there are no instrument, external or internal, of transaction in the Turiyam, there are no thoughts. Chinta here means thoughts. Previous verse we saw Chinta means the instrument of thought. Here it is thought. Na grahaha, na utsargaha. There are no transaction here in Turiya. All transactions are only two types. One is receiving, another is giving. In Turiyam, no transaction means no give and take. Na grahaha, receiving, na utsargaha, giving or dropping. Graho na tatra notsargaha chinta yatra na vidyate. Atmasamstham tadajnanam ajadi samadangadam. Now, let us look. This is called Simhavalokanam. In logic we talk about Simhavalokanam. When you teach, as you keep going, people forget, So like the lion, when he goes in the jungle, it walk for some time and then stop. Then look this side, that side. Nobody is following. Then he will proceed. Same way in teaching also it is said, you go further, then you stop and look back at what have you taught. Called Simhavalokan Nyaya. So let us see. Beginning from the 31st verse, Gaudapadacharya is presenting Atmajnanam, named as Atma Satya Anubodha, as a means of handling our own mind. This handling mind, Gaudapadacharya called Amani Bhavaha, otherwise called Mano Nashaha. Atmajnanam helps to tackle the mind in twofold way. Number one, mind does not see the duality as Satyam. An enlightened mind sees the duality as Mithya And once duality is seen as mithya, it does not create any problem for him. Therefore, we can say the ignorant mind is dissolved by Atmajnanam, or the problematic mind is dissolved by Atmajnanam. Number 2, the mind is dissolved by the understanding that it is mithya. Mano mithyatva nischyaha, mano nashaha. Either way, one is free from the problem caused by the mind. And then Gaudabadacharya wants to clarify what is Atmajnanam. Because Atma has got 4 padas, Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna and Turiya. He wants to say here that Turiya Atmajnanam alone will solve the problem. Even though the state of Turiyam is given in the 7th mantra of the 1st chapter, Gaudabadacharya feels that we must have forgotten it, and therefore he talks about the nature of the Turiya Atma in verse 36, 37, 38. 38, first line. In the Turiya Atma, there is no transaction in the form of giving or taking, means no transaction. Avyavaharyam word was used in the 7th mantra. That alone he is explained in this mantra. Aham Turiyam Asmi. This is called Jnana Vrittihi. At the time of realization, the Jnani looks upon everything else as Brahman with a different name and form. Only one Turiya is the Adhisthana for all Nama and Rupa. I look upon the entire creation as Turiyam Brahma, including my body and mind. And the knowledge Aham Brahmasmi is happening where? Mind alone, the knowledge takes place in the form of a thought. That is also a thought. In fact, every knowledge takes place in the mind in the form of thought. So, Aham Brahmasmi is also a thought. Now see, at the time of realization, I look upon the creation as Turiyam, the body and mind as Turiyam, and I look upon the Vritti also as Turiyam. And the knowledge that is rising from the Vritti, Aham Brahmasmi, is also Turiyam. Even the thought Aham Brahmasmi is also Brahman plus Nama Rupa. Therefore, Gaudabadacharya says, Jnanam Ajati. This Brahma Jnanam is also Brahman Turiyam. And therefore, Samatam Gatam. Ever the changeless Brahman. This is called Atma Satya Anubodha. If anybody comes and tells you, I had this great revelation on a particular day, a light fell upon me and all that, if you hear, you can understand. That is not Brahma Jnanam. Now Gaudabadacharya conclude this topic, 39th verse. Asparshayogo vai nama Durdasha sarvayogibhihi Yogino bibhyadihyasmad Abhaye bhayadarshinaha. Abhaye bhayadarshinaha. Now you can understand. God come down on you for your sins. Abhaye bhayadarshinaha. Now Gaudamadacharya gives a new title to this topic, Asparsha Yoga. So many yoga you must have heard. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Here, Gaudamadacharya gives Asparsha Yoga. For given to this Atma Jnana, it means Turiya Atma. Sparsha means Sangaha, attachment. Asparsha means free from attachments, means relationless. Relationless relationship. That's what we have to practice. Relationless relationship. Yogaha means jnanam here. Why do we say asanga atma jnanam? Yogaha, why do you call it as jnanam? This is another analysis. Yoga is huge to connect. Now, connection is always from lower to the higher, isn't it? So, that which connects our lower self to the higher self is what? Jnanam, knowledge. Therefore, yoga means jnanam. So, yoga here means jnanam. Why do we say asanga atma jnanam? Because all relationship is possible only in duality. Vishwa, Waker identifies with this physical body and relates to people and claim, I am mother, father, husband, brother, etc. In Taijasa, dream also same Sangha is there. In Pratnya also all relationships are in potential form, whereas only in Turiyam all the Dvaitams are falsified, and therefore Duriya is Asangaha. Therefore the one who claims that I am the Turiya Atma is free from the fear of all the relationships. This discovery of relationless I is called Asparsha Yoga. Therefore, Gaudapadacharya says, Asparsha Yogo Vai Nama. This yoga is famous in the scriptures. Yoga means knowledge. Even though it is a famous knowledge, but it is not accessible to all people. Because Turiyam is extremely subtle, durdarshaha. It is very difficult to comprehend. In fact, many seekers are afraid of this knowledge. Yoginaha asmad bibhyati. They are afraid. Why? Because of their conditionings. So many people are afraid of moksha, you see. Yeah, because they think that once you realize, then you are not interested in anything. Khana nahi khayenge. Children, family, relations, all will go. Don't worry, nothing will go, everybody will be there. But you will enjoy them better. That is a bibhyati. They are all afraid. Why? Because their conditioning. He himself is insecure. To secure myself, I should have people around me. Then I feel secured. This is a false hope. Gurudev used to say, all our Indian presidents, they died in the bathroom. 254 rooms are there. They could not die comfortably in their room. Heart attack. Bathroom, think about it. They think people are around me, they will take care of me and all that. Nothing. Whereas Atmajnanam is what? The one who is free from all relationships. Therefore, I don't want Advaitam. This is what they are worried. I want only Dvaitam for my security. Common man think that relationship is security. And freedom from relationship is insecurity. That is, sannyasa means people are afraid. As a sannyasi, he has to cut all relationships. They are afraid. Because when you get old, who will take care of you? You think that when you are old, wife will take, but she is also old. Children will take care of. Nowadays you can't think about children will take care. Vedanta says relationship is insecurity or samsara. That is why we say every relation is a bandhu. Bandhu, bandhanam. Sambandha, isn't it? Bandhu means badnati iti bandhu. That which ties you down is bandhanam. Previously you are worried about your security. Now after marriage you are worried about the security of your wife and children. That is called bandhanam. Vedanta says sangaha is samsara. Therefore dvaitam and sambandha will come under samsara. Advaitam and asanga come under moksha. Therefore majority of people are afraid of advaitam and detachment. They consider it is insecure. Gaudapada says, abhaye bhayadarshinaha. Advaitam and asambandha, really speaking, fearlessness. That is why Advaitic moksha does not appeal to many people. They want a moksha where they go to certain place and enjoy there some company of people, Mahatmas. Means they want Dvaitam. So Vaikuntha Prapti also, Dvaitam only. If people are afraid of Advaitam, then please remain in Dvaitam. Only when you know Sambandha is bondage, then you develop interest in Vedanta. With this, he concluded the Atmajnana topic. Now, what else is there? He has concluded, isn't it? But still there are more verses. We'll see what he says. Manaso nigrahayatvam abhayam sarvayoginam dukkakshaya prabodascha apyakshaya shantirevacha manaso nigrahayat sarvayoginam apyakshaya apyakshaya. In the previous verses, Atmajnanam topic is completed, which is to be attained through Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Through that, Atmani Bhavaha takes place, with which no more samsara will be created by the mind. Now from the 40th verse up to 47th verse, Gaudapadacharya is dealing with the important topic of Nididhyasanam. First we will give a general introduction to this topic. Normally, if a sincere seeker listens to Vedanta properly, the teaching is capable of producing jnanam. And if Atmajnanam arises in the mind, naturally jnanam will produce its phalam, that is moksha also. The benefit of this jnanam is twofold. One benefit is the knowledge that I am asanga turiyaha, which is ever free from bondage. Because Thula Shariram and its problems are mithya. Sukshma Shariram and its problems are also mithya. The Karana Shariram and its problems are also mithya. And therefore the mithya problem and the sharirams does not touch me like in the dream. Mithya cannot affect Satyam. That is why Janaka Maharaj is called Videha Raj. Because he knows I am the Turiya, not the body, nor the Shariratrayam. With Mithya Shariram or without Mithya Shariram, it does not make any difference, as I am free from Mithya. I am Satyam. It is not that you get moksham after the body is gone. I am free from all the three dehas is known while living. Therefore, I am Nitya Videhaha. This Videha Mukti is the primary result of Atmajnanam. Another benefit, when the Atmajnanam takes place in the mind, this powerful knowledge brings about tremendous change in the mind in the form of peace, fearless, sense of security, samatvam, poise of mind. These are the emotional refinement. That is also the benefit of this knowledge. Peace, fearlessness, sense of security, poise. But we look upon it as a secondary benefit, as improving the mind is not the primary aim of Vedanta. The primary aim of Vedanta is to tell you that you are not the mind. Incidentally, the mind gets refined, gets stronger. This benefit is called Jivan Mukti Phalam. This is talked about in the Shastra. Even though improvement of mind is talked about as secondary benefit, majority of people are interested in the secondary benefit more. Most of the people coming to Vedanta to have an improved mind, free from jealousy, free from likes and dislikes, free from anger, love, etc. And therefore, these benefits are also said in the Shastra. That's why 12th chapter of Gita talks about all these. Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karunayevacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sugakshami santushtas satatam yogi yadatma tridhanishchaya mayyarpida manobuddhi yomat bhaktas same priyaha. All that qualities are given. Here we find a peculiarity. Even though many students study Vedanta, all of them do not get the same degree of Jivan Mukti. Means the mental transformation does not place in equal measure in all the students. There are some people who can get Shanti, fearlessness, etc. But there are some people do not get these emotional balance to that extent, and we find there is a gradation in Jivan Mukti Phalam, mainly the mental transformation. So naturally the question comes, why all do not get the same degree of mental transformation? Last time I was giving you an example. Swami gets angry. Angry Swami. He is a great Vedantin. When he talks from the platform, he is a great Vedantin. But something happened, suddenly he flares up. But somebody asked him, Swamiji, why are you getting so much angry, like any other person like us? That anger is also not me. But that is not a pleasant experience. Now that is what our Gaudapadacharya says here. So naturally the question comes, why all do not get the same degree of mental transformation? How come that Jnana Phalam of Jivan Mukti is not uniform in all the people? Even though the teaching is the same and the understanding is also same, is it the mistake of Vedanta or a guru? Shastra is the same, but where is this snag? And our Shastra says in the beginning of the Vedanta class, the teacher talks about sadhana chadushtaya sampatti. Generally, the student ignores this topic along with Tattvabodha. This fourfold qualification is extremely important, as that alone determines the degree of Jivan Mukti Phalam. Even though there is no gradation in Jnanam, in the Jnana Phalam called Jivan Mukti is heavily dependent upon Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. I hope you all know what is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadamati, Shatka Sampatti, Mumukshutvam. Huh?
So first it was said Jivan Mukti Phalam is Chitta Shuddhi. Jivan Mukti Phalam is Chitta Shuddhi. But then in Sadhana Chatushtayana, we need Chitta Shuddhi already there. So is it not like a circle?
Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is Chitta Shuddhi.
So now, and they are also saying Jivan Mukti Phalam is Chitta Shuddhi. So I should
No. Jivan Mukti Phalam, the absolute phalam is dependent upon Chitta Shuddhi. That is the idea. Therefore, based on this fact, the Vedantic students are classified into three types: Manda, Madhyama, and Uttama Adhikaris. When Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is very low, he is considered as a Manda Adhikari. If Sadhana Sampatti is reasonable, he is called Madhyama. If Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is high, he is called Uttama. And in the case of Uttama Adhikaris, the very Shravanam of Vedanta will produce Jnanam and also Jnana Phalam. Now you know why. Swamiji, we have been listening to you, but we are not realized. Don't put the blame on me. This is the problem. He gets all the benefits like Adveshta, Sarvabhutanam, etc. You can put, these are all litmus tests. How far you have improved. Check. 12th chapter. So we need not talk about them. They don't require any other sadhana. Because Shravana Matrena Jnanam cha Jivan Mukti cha Bhavati. We have to discuss only the other two, Manda and Madhyama, our category. In the case of Manda Adhikari, his fourfold qualification is very low. For them, the problem is the Vedantic teaching are not received properly. Not only that, Vedanta is highly irrelevant teaching because Vedanta and our day-to-day life problems have no connection. I am worried about my family problem, whereas Shastra talks about Nimitta Karanam, Upadana Karanam, Nanta Pratnyam, Na Pratnyam, Pratnyana Phalam, etc. It doesn't work for me. Vedanta appears irrelevant and impractical. It doesn't appeal to him at all. Means his sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is in red. Like our fuel gauge in the car, red light. He should concentrate on improving his sadhana chatushtayam. For that, the best practice is karma yoga and upasana. The attention should be turned towards these two. He need not stop Vedanta Shravanam, but importance should be given to Karma Yoga and Upasana. Even his hearing Vedanta will also become Karma Yoga. Now comes Madhyamatikari. He is the one who has got some qualification due to Purva Janma Punyam. Or in this Janma also he has done something good. Therefore, Vedanta appeals to him as meaningful teaching. But the knowledge also he gets. But the Jnana Phalam he does not get. He understands Vedanta very well. But I do have problems. Emotional problems continues. That's why they say, I understand, but there is a but there. Mr. But comes. Now Gaudavadacharya deals with this Madhyamatikari. He says Nididhyasanam is relevant for this group of people. So from verse number 40 to 47, an important topic, Nididhyasanam, is discussed here. For Madhyamadikari, Nididhyasanam is advised, which will convert him to Uttama Adhikari. We read that, right? 40th verse. Okay. Manaha nigrahayatvam. Vigrahayatvam. Manaso nigrahayatvam. Attainment of jnanam and jnanaphalam, jivan mukti, both of them are depend upon manaso nigraha. Ayatta means dependent upon. So, jivan mukti avastha is dependent upon mano nigraha. Shamaha mano nigraha, dependent upon sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Therefore, he says, Prabodha means jnanam. I am not Vishwa, Taijasa or Pratnya. I am Turyaha. This conviction depends upon sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. The benefits are abhayam, freedom from fear, sense of insecurity, dukkhakshayaha, freedom from sorrow, akshaya shantihi, lasting peace of mind. So, what is Jivan Mukti? Abhayam, Dukkakshayam and Akshaya Shantihi put together is Jnana Phalam. No concession here. Sarva Yoginam, all Vedantic students. How do you check this person got fourfold qualification? Now, each one is a judge. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't judge others, judge yourself. Utseka udadher yadhat kushagrenaika binduna manaso nigrahat tadvat bhaveta parikhetadaha. What example he gives? Now, in the previous verse, Gautama Acharya said, fourfold qualification is important for Jnanam and Jnanaphalam. And in the Sadhana Chatusha Sampatti, he focused on one item called Shamaha, which is referred to by the word Mano Nigraha. So mental discipline is extremely important and quality of the mind should be taken care of. Now the question is, how does the person take care of his mind? Mind is made up of thoughts, and therefore quality of mind is determined by the quality of thoughts. Therefore, start monitoring the quality of thoughts, being aware of our own mental biography. This I alone have to monitor. I can externally, you can pretend to be a great saint by putting on a particular dress. But I am internally, who knows? That's why Gurudev used to say the cloth doesn't make you a sannyasi. The person behind the cloth. Now the thoughts can be known directly and indirectly also. How can I know indirectly? The words that I speak are indicative of my thought. Therefore, start watching your words, start also watching your thoughts. This is the greatest sadhana, okay? No other sadhana is equivalent to this. What? Watching your thoughts. Deliberate thinking, deliberate speech. Every word you speak, you should be there behind it. What is our talking? Mechanical. Isn't it? There are people who can talk hours without any topic. Have you noticed that? Wow, what a ability. And if you don't know, you can listen to our Indian politicians speaking. Wow, 2 hours, 3 hours. There is nothing. No notes, nothing. Everything from the memory it comes. All numbers, everything. What powerful mind they have. Wow. Then ultimately we should watch our actions, because actions are nothing but the crystallized vision of our thoughts alone. Therefore, words and deeds indirectly helps me in inferring my thoughts. Thus, with these methods, we should understand the quality of our mind and take a decision to change the quality of our mind. This should be a serious and important project. What is the process of refining this mind? This Lord Krishna talked about in the 16th chapter of Gita. He gave a list of Asuri Sampatti and Devi Sampat. Devi Sampat Vimokshaya. With the help of this list, start categorizing your thoughts. What goes where? Shubhavasana or Ashubhavasana. Whatever is the healthy pattern of thinking, nourish it. Asuri Sampatti, let it arise, but don't encourage the thought to possess you. This is called weeding out the seeds from our mind. Gaudapada Acharya says this process is tough and time consuming process because we allowed our mind uncared for so many lives. To show how difficult it is, he gives an example. If there is an ocean or a big lake, imagine a bird wants to empty the lake with the help of a spoon like kusha grass. How much time is required? So much time will be required to correct the mind. Not only that, you need the grace of Lord, also needed to turn the mind towards the Lord. Mind has to be turned towards the Lord. Udathehe utsekaha, emptying oceanic water, eka binduna, drop by drop, kushagrena, with the tip of a blade of grass. In Mahabharata there is a story. Mr. Doe and Mrs. Doe, they were living on the top of a tree near the ocean. Mrs. Doe gave birth to 4 eggs. And leaving the egg, Mr. and Mrs. went out for hunting, looking for food. When they came back, their eggs were stolen away, swallowed by the ocean. A high tide came. And Mrs. Doe was very sad. She was crying, weeping, oh, my children have gone. I lost my children. This terrible ocean taken away. But Mr. Doe said, honey, don't worry. I will dry up the ocean. And with, he was 32-inch chest, became 40-inch chest. And took the leaf from the tree and started taking and trying to empty the ocean. Now when the birds going back home, flocks of them, they saw that this little bird is doing something. They all landed there and asked, what is the problem? One explained, this is a problem. So they also joined. And by the time so many birds, thousands and millions of birds joined. And then this king of birds, Garuda, he was flying above. He saw what happened to my praja. Then he was curious. He also landed and inquired, this is the problem. And he understood these people won't be able to empty the ocean. So he approached Varuna Devata. Varuna Devata said, oh, okay. So he gave back the eggs. And Mr. Doe said, see. This story is told to Yudhishthira. That don't think that your little effort is going to be the task that in front of you is huge. Like Mahabharata war. It is like an ocean. And your effort, your Sainikas are less. So you may think you may not be able to surmount that. So you will be able to do it if you start. That is the encouragement. But that purpose was different. Here the purpose is, example is different. So mind, manodigraha is very difficult. That is what he is trying to say. It may seem difficult, but with the grace of Lord, it will be made easy. You start. That is the point. Don't think that it is difficult, so it won't be possible for me. ये जन्म में नहीं होगा. अगले जन्म में देखेंगे. Next life. That's why in Indian Hindus we have 7 lives. So that is why they are so relaxed. You see, no hurry at all. But I think Christianity is better. There is only one life, so they are so, on to it. But we are so relaxed. 7 life to hai. But how do you know this is the last one? I told you that joke long time ago, right? This lady came and told me that, Swamiji, when you are married, I heard you are married to this person for 7 lives. Is it true? The way she asked, I understood it. Then I told Amma, how do you know this is not the last 7th one? She was so happy, relieved. Apariste tataha, tirelessness, manaso nigraha, destruction of mind. So, the mind can be brought under control only by relentless effort, like that which is required to empty the ocean drop by drop with the help of a kusha grass blade. So, don't think it is difficult, but start wherever you are. Then the Lord is watching you. He is with you. He doesn't have to watch from Vaikuntha or Kailasa. He is right here with you. And seeing your progress, He will guide you. At the right time. Okay, we'll take one more verse. 41 I took, right? Wait, 42. Upasena dighrinniyat. Upayena. Upayena dighrinniyat. Vikshiptam kama bhogayo. Suprasannam laye chaiva. Yatha kamo layastatha. In the previous verses, 2 verses, the significance of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is talked about. And Gaudapadacharya's advice is give maximum importance to sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Now we have to come to the nididhyasana sadhana. The nididhyasana sadhana is meant for the madhyama adhikari. Madhyama adhikaris need not go back to karma sadhana and elaborate ritual or chanting, etc. He has sufficient amount of fourfold qualification. He can absorb the teaching. But jnana phalam is not there due to blocks, mental blocks. Now what is nididhyasanam? It is defined as dwelling upon the teaching, remaining in the teaching as intensely as possible, as long as possible, as repeatedly as possible. Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam, dwelling mentally upon the teaching of our Shastram, is called nididhyasanam. Don't ask, close our eyes and sit there and what to do. Dwell upon the teaching. Mahavakya vichara. Until the mind gains certain absorption, because generally all meditation schools stops at one point. They will say, withdraw your mind, sit quietly, close your eyes, watch your thoughts, chant mantra, and you chant your mantra, slowly, 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 mind becomes quieter. Now the question is, then what to do? Most of the meditation school stops there. But Vedantic schools of Nididhyasanam start from there. They say that quiet mind use for dwelling upon Vedantic thoughts in the meditation seat. So, vicharaha. So, each verse. Satchitananda rupoham ahamevaham avyeha. So this is called nididhyasanam. Repeatedly as possible. Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. Start thinking, how is it possible? Imagine, mentally even imagine it, doesn't matter, picturize it. Atma, the consciousness, is reflecting upon the mind. Mind gains life. An inert mind gains sentiency. That reflected consciousness is what is I right now. But that without the reflection, pratibimba is possible only, there is a bimba. What is that bimba? I am that bimba. In this way, start thinking in the meditation seat. One can choose any method. One is repeated listening. The Shastras itself is like nididhyasanam. It is one way of dwelling upon the Shastras. During Shravanam, your mind is dwelling upon the Shastra. At least 1 hour, mind is in meditation. Repeated reading Vedanta text also a form of nididhyasanam, or writing also nididhyasanam. And discussion among the students, that's why Gurudev prescribed the study groups. And teaching is a form of nididhyasanam. Tat chintanam, tat kathanam, anyonyat tat prabodhanam. Etadeka parattvamcha brahmabhyasam vidurbhutha. Brahmabhyasam. They call it brahmabhyasam. Meditation is depending upon the mind, not the condition of your body. In addition to this, there is another form of meditation which is called Samadhi Abhyasaha, which is a Vedantic meditation. Here the Ashtanga Yoga methods are employed. Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Yama, Niyama is to be there first. Yama, Niyama is forgotten. Only asana, pranayama is practiced nowadays. It is this Nithyasanam is what Gaudapadacharya is going to discuss in these verses coming following ones. You need one more class. All these are very important verses. So, I don't want to rush it. Then say, we finished it. And what is the point? What finished? One more class. So next class is January 3rd. You're all free. January 3rd. No problem. Holiday fever is not there. Oh. What is that?
College kids will be home till middle of January, but
Holiday. Till middle of January. Really? Schools?
schools January 2nd this time.
Oh. That holiday mood is there till 15th. There's a MLK holiday also there, right?
No, Jan middle, 19th or something.
MLK holiday, I am not here.
Oh, that is only Monday.
Hmm?
Out for how many days?
So you can have 3, 5, 10, 12. Okay. Oh, 12 also. Not 12. 12 I am leaving.
16th is MLK.
I'll be back 16th, 17th only I'll be back.
19th.
So only 3 classes next month.
We can have 20th.
No, 19th, Swamiji. Thursday is 19th.
Oh, 19th. Okay. 19th we can have class. 4. Can have 24, 27 also, but then Amma.
It's only Tuesday. So
Huh?
Tuesday.
Oh, then 17th she can have. Good. 24, 27th. Alata Shanti. 26th. Okay. 24th and 26th. I can have. Then February I am out for a week. March also, April also.
Your travel is picking up.
Yeah, picked up. Om Purnamada Purnam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Now everybody is asking.